And the microphone is on. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Before we get going here, I hope that chair's got brakes there, Scott Hartman. Thank you very kindly for that wonderful $10 super chat. That is awesome. Hartman, there we go. And also a big thank you to Lisa for her $5 super chat just a few minutes ago there as well. And that is awesome. Thank you, guys. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. Today is September the 8th, and it is 2022, of course, and it is somewhat of a somber day. And I'm sure a lot of you have already heard. Some of you may not have, but Queen Elizabeth II passed away today. And that makes it very sad for many, many people. And I do understand that, you know, when you get up to the age of 96, things can happen. And I do just want to send out my biggest condolences to the royal family. Basically to the world, because I mean it really is heartbreaking to see that, but something that, you know, many of us here have always regarded the Queen as being there, and that is just one of those things, you know, and we always accepted that, and that is just one of those things. I'm just looking at a couple of things here. Okay, just was sent something here just a minute ago, so. Yeah. Okay, I see what. Thank you, Piggy. I'll see if I can load that up during my break, okay? So, yeah, it's a little bit heartbreaking, you guys. It really is. You know, for many of us, we've only known the Queen of England always to be Queen Elizabeth II. And it's really, truly heartbreaking. But we also all understand that there comes a time when things happen, and this is one of those times, unfortunately. So, as much as I sound saddened, I feel saddened. You know, this is one of those things. But anyway, let's leave that be for right now. We will have a moment of silence later, so we'll do that. Anyway, for right now, just everybody keep that in your hearts and in your minds, and hopefully the future will be brighter, and things will continue with a good base that we've had there from England for many, many years. With her in power, of course. So, perfect. She was all around. Mine never thought she would die. You know, that's the thing, Piggy. A lot of people take it for granted, and I think that's the big thing. People take it for granted. And sometimes that's what the problem is. And, you know, you do have to realize she was 96 years old. She was in power as the Queen for over 70 years. And it's that in itself is record-setting for England. And that is truly a feat, really. And I just have to say, wow, and sorry to see that she has passed away. But nothing we can do, and we hope the new king has a prosperous reign as well, and goes through what he needs to, and keeps the country and the Commonwealth together. All right, let's carry on with our other stuff here. I'm going to say hello to our moderators first off. Arizona Snowman, as well as Piggy, and C&D Boy, Joseph Fields Official, and Lucas Snow possibly in there, as well as 24/7 Live AZ Skies, Gary. So, and that is all good to know that they're in the background and stuff. So thank you guys, thank you moderators. And let's see, let's keep going here with what we've got. Sasha was first one in today, so Sasha gets on the lava cookies. And there you go, Sasha. And Night Doc, thank you. Phil, sorry that you have to go, but all the best to you, and take care. Okay, so Sasha got her cookies, yay! And we'll say hello to everyone in the chat. And I was just looking here to see what the bit rates were doing, and I noticed the bit rates were up and down a little bit. And if you experience some buffering, I don't believe, well, it's not my equipment, put it that way, because it's both computers doing it. And they are both about the same as far as going up and down. So we may have some more solar activity or something like that. But anyway, let's get at saying hello to everyone. And we'll start out with, of course, Sasha. And we had Sharon Stewart in here. And let's see, Storm Chaser. 1211, John Raper, Sue Hayes, Henry Nelson, Trevor the Wonky Donkey, Linda Schoof, Phil, and going up some more, looking for other names, Teresa Cousin, John Raper, Phil, we got Henry Nelson, there we go. Welcome all of you. Old Nick is here as well. Welcome. Derek Shave. Welcome, and going up some more. Got Sharon, got those, got that. Just looking for other names here, and of course a chatty bunch here. Grandma B is back. Welcome, Grandma B. Glad to have you on board. Frank McLeod also here. Welcome, Frank. Kevin Williams is also here. Good to have you back. And Tom Dice and Pepper also here. Welcome to both of you. And going up a little bit more to look for other names. Hermione Schaefer, welcome Hermione, glad you're back, and glad your eyesight has improved on that one eye that they treated, and hopefully things will get a little better in the future after 3 more treatments there, and things will be good for you. And let's see, going up some more. Sue Hayes, I think we got you already. Marcel Weiss, guten Abend. Glad to have you on board. Hermione, we got Scott Hartman, welcome, and thanks for being here, and thanks for that super chat. Also, going up a little bit more here, looking for more wonderful names. And looks like the chatty bunch there. Marcel Weiss, I think I said that. Good to have you on board. Sasha, we got Lisa P. Frampton is off, taking off to go coach and things like that, so that's all good. And thank you for her, a $5 super chat as well. That's awesome. And going up a little bit more to trying to locate other wonderful names. And let's see, Evie Stardust, welcome back, Evie. Glad to have you on board. Dominic, also here. Guten Abend. And let's see, who else we got? Going up that list, looking for more names. Alex France, right from Iceland. Alex is here. Welcome, Alex. Pistol Pete, neighbor. And, yep, you better get your winter coat out there, Pete. It's it's going to be that way. Lizoid, also here. And we need a Dr. Fox, a bobblehead, a doll. Oh, my God. Oh, that I wasn't even ever thinking of. Richard Lapointe, welcome. Glad to have you on board. I can see myself sitting on the dashboard of somebody's car, bobbing my head back and forth and up and down. Why is that coming to mind? Oh, a little bit of fun there. Okay, let's see what else we got. Going up a little bit more here. And seeing who else is in the house. I think that is as high as I can get up to the top there. So the other ones are down on the bottom. Paul Williams, welcome back. And we got John already. James Bong is in the house as well. Old Nick, I don't know if I said your name, but you're here. Thanks. Shannon, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Yep, we got Frank. 25, what? Oh, it's also 25 years since Princess Diana died. Okay, that is interesting. All right, going up a little bit more just to see if I missed any other ones here. And I think we're good for right now. So anyway, let's talk about volcanoes, since that's what we're here for. So of course, the footage on the screen right now was from August 4th, so there's no misconception here. Some people have, again, made comments or concerns saying, well, that's not live. Yeah, no kidding. Glad that you could figure it out. 570 days after Prince Philip passed away as she died of a broken heart. That's not good, Piggy. Anyone see the crazy rainbow over the royal palaces today? Spooky. I didn't see the rainbows, but I did hear about it. There were double rainbows, apparently, which was very, very interesting. So the double rainbow definitely was something that people were talking about, saying it's a sign. So it's all good. Anyway, not a heck of a lot to report as to what we've got going on in our wonderful lavely world out there. So what we'll do is we'll stop the canned lava here for a minute, and we'll get rid of the other little thing here, August 4th. And of course, that is the view right now from the Visar cam. But we'll back up a bunch of hours here. This is about 4 hours back, and this is what we were seeing then, a little bit on the hazy side. Let's go about 6 hours back. Visibility a little bit better, and that's kind of what it's looking like today. If you were out there yourselves, that's what you would have seen. Pardon me. So that is kind of just it. I mean, it really hasn't done anything else. And you know, we've had a bunch of tremors and quakes. We'll get to the earthquakes here shortly. And anyway, looking at what we've got, we did get our harmonic tremor chart is working again. So when we looked at it here, it looked interesting. I actually have to update that a little bit, and let's see what it is doing right now. And there we go. So we are seeing an upward trend. I don't know if that's going to keep going up, but we'll keep our fingers crossed here. Paul Williams says, Piggy, my 5-month-old kitten passed away today. Aw, that's sad, Paul Williams. Anyway, buffering, I don't know why. Bit rates are up there. Mind you, they're up and down a little bit too. I see they're going a little higher than they normally go. So, yep. Doc's back. All right, good. I'm glad I'm back, Sue. I didn't realize I left, but no worries. Anyway, we do see our upward trend here on the chart, and keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that we will see this go up with all our tectonic activity that we had seen. And this is something that is actually kind of bizarre to see as many quakes up there as we did. Anyway, let's go to the earthquake maps here real quick. And we're going to take a look at that. And yeah, so let's just look at the southern end first. Down here, of course, this is our business end where we normally look. Reykjanes Peninsula, we do have some quakes here as well, which are kind of interesting. And something I wanted to point out here, right there, Philadelphia, now shown as a green and no longer showing as a yellow. Krusevik, on the other hand, is still labeled as a yellow. That will likely go to a green very quickly as well. I do have this set on 12 hours. I'm going to set it back to 24 hours just so we can see how many quakes we did have in our area. And unfortunately, not that many. They moved up a little closer around Cape Lear, and that kind of made me wonder what is happening. Has something shifted? These are fairly deep, and this is like a 0.51, 6.1 kilometers down from 1249. This is 0.8 from 1103. 8.3 kilometers down. Then we've got this one a little bit more shallow. That is getting back to the other area towards our fissure, which is a little bit better, but it's only a 0.11, and of course 2.4 kilometers down for that guy. We'll grab this 1.05 here, 4 kilometers down, 6:35 a.m. Then 6:46 a.m. we had a 0.52, 4.4 kilometers down, and kind of gives you a sample of what is going on there. And it really isn't all that much. And of course, that is our vent right there that we're hoping would be going. And I see the map is continuing to update. I shouldn't do that. Let me get back out of that. Holy mackerel. There's too many earthquakes there to count. So let me get rid of that, and we'll slide back down to the bottom here for a second. There are really, truly too many quakes. And if you do look up at the top of the list there, 1,682 now is what we're indicating. And that is in the last 24 hours. That is a lot of quakes. Looking offshore a little bit, we'll go out here. We see 2.49 or just about 2.5 just at 10:58 a.m. 9.9 kilometers down, or 10 clicks down. And this other one, 1.7, and that was also 10 kilometers down, 11:50 a.m. Then we get a little bit closer. We've got a 1.0, 1337 was the time on that guy. And then that is 5.7 kilometers down. Just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea, then there's the bigger one underneath there, 1.52, 4.6 kilometers down, 1337 as well on that guy. But I know we all want to go see that mess up top. So as we zoom out a little bit, and we'll take our trip over there in a second. I know, I want to get there now. I want to look at what the other ones are doing. Hecla has one that's not too far away, 1.0, 5.7 kilometers down, 1:52 a.m. I don't think that's going to matter much. Over here at Katla, 2:05 a.m., we had a 1.76, and that is very close to the surface, 135 meters down. Also a 1.1 here, 5.2 kilometers down, 1752 on that guy, not too old at all. And then we've got a couple of really small ones there, 2.8 kilometers down from 802 for that 0.8, and then the 0.69 or just about 0.7. That is a lot more shallow. That is only 813 meters down, 8:02 a.m. as well. We will continue to work our way up here a little bit more and look at these other ones where it gets in the busy area. I did miss this 2.9, 5.2 kilometers down, 1447 out there. So even that is shaking a little bit. And yeah, we can start to see that that is a real heavy-duty pile of soup there, and very difficult to decipher. Moving up here a little bit, we do see this is near Bardabunga. This should be, yeah, Bardabunga is there. I don't know what that other one actually was, but anyway, 2228, 1.2. and 5.7 kilometers down. There was a 3 right there from 4:01 a.m. and that was 1.1 kilometers down, and that of course 3 in magnitude is pretty big. This 2.1, 21.5 kilometers down, 5:08 a.m. on that guy. Sliding over a little bit more, we see we've had a bunch of small activity around Astja, but I'm not going to start reading through too many of those. 5.1 kilometers down, 12:36 a.m. For that guy, 1.5 from 6 kilometers down, 11:42, and then we had 15:54 for this 0.86 kilometers down. Just as a couple of samples, 8.7 kilometers down for this 0.3, 15:25 was the time on that guy. And then there's some other ones in the area as well. But as we slide up, this is where it gets into a real mess. And the computer doesn't like it, and there is just too many of those things on there. I'm going to kind of drop this down to the last 12 hours, which still shows 932 quakes in Iceland in the last 12 hours alone. So that is what we're seeing, and that is a lot of earthquakes, you guys. It truly is, and it's difficult to go through all of them, but this 4.5 up here, 5 kilometers down, 13:15 was the time on that guy. And I know there was some that were well over 5 in magnitude. So this one here, let's see if it'll stay lit before the next earthquake. 2.8 kilometers, or sorry, 2.8 magnitude, 4.3 kilometers down, 12:04. This 3.3 was from 1323, 1.1 kilometers down, so not very deep. This guy here, 2.8, 15.8 kilometers down, 2222 was the time on that guy. And then we will try to decipher a couple out of here. I see a 3.3 in there, 12.3 3 kilometers down, 2029 as an example for that guy. 3.6 in here, 4.8 kilometers down from 1338. And let's see what else we can see in there. Boy, there's a lot of quakes in there. 3.1 right there. Oh no, we're still under that 3.3. There are just so many quakes right there. And as you can see, even with it on the 12-hour mark we've had, majority of the quakes that we see are right in here in this area. So one of the things that people are asking is there going to be an eruption? And I really don't know if I would want to venture and say that there is going to be one. I'm going to put it back on 24 hours here for a second, and I want to see if we can see the fives on here. We can see that 4 up in the top. There's one there, 4 magnitude and 1.1 kilometers down. That was actually from 5:58 this morning. There are a couple of 5s in here somewhere, and I'm clicking on things. It doesn't want to move. It's trying to reload the data really quickly and having a hard time. There is the 5.4, and that is huge. Okay, 1.1 kilometers down, and that was from 5:06 a.m. So a lot of activity there, you guys, and you can see that happening, and wow, right? So this is just incredible, the amount of quakes that we are seeing there in just that one area. I did have something I wanted to read here. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I do have it somewhere, and there we go. Okay, so now that area, of course, has a name to it, and the offshore area, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this correctly. It's a Jornes, T-J-O-R-N-E-S, Jornes fracture zone, is an oblique transform zone that separates the northern volcanic zone of Iceland from the Kolbinsi Ridge, a part of the mid-Atlantic ridge north of Iceland. A submarine eruption was reported during the 1867-1868 era back at the southeast part of the fracture system, and off the northern coast of Iceland along the Manamarja Ridge, immediately north of the Manamarja Island. And so there is a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, you got it, Alex. That's the right one. Chornus, I don't know if I said it right, but that is the area, that fracture zone. So it is very interesting to see that. So the last time that area actually erupted was back in 1868, and 2 main rifts there. This is more based on the north of the 2 Flately, and 2 Huskavik. Okay, all right. I'm not good with those Icelandic names, but yeah. And, that whole area up there, though, I mean, regardless of what was going on in the past, that is what we are seeing right now. And I'm just wondering if, that is going to keep going. But the important part to kind of note here is we see that happening, and as I mentioned before, I mentioned it in the other stream, for every action, there is always a reaction somewhere else. So with all this activity, seeing, the 5.4, 4.92, 4.3, 4.5, 4.0, 4.3, multiple quakes like that, went quiet when our eruption started. And yeah, that is one of the things, Alex. You're right about that. That area did go very quiet in that sense. And I'm wondering if, since our eruption stopped, that allowed that area to pick up more. But prior to our eruption, we also had multiple earthquakes further to the south, which was an interesting thing as well. So pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. IMC, welcome. And let's see. Loss of ice weight higher up. No, I don't think it would be due to ice weight losses in that sense. There really, that area really is not that much ice there. So. So it's really not anything that I would consider melting. This isn't Greenland after all. It's and if you're thinking that possibly it's caused by something over at Greenland, it's too far away. That area is too far, and I don't think that would affect Iceland. The distance is much too great in that sense. So kind of, it makes you kind of go, what's going on, guys, but if we take a look at the other maps, like on our standard earthquake map, they really didn't show a heck of a lot going on this particular map. And as we follow our mid-Atlantic ridge all the way through, this is the only area that seems to be active today. So that's kind of what is a little bit of an interesting adventure out there as well. Let me see if I can pop that over onto the other map, and I do have that kind of loaded up. And we see that they had reported some of the quakes as well. I'm going to see if they have more loaded here. That's one of the other things too, trying to find out how many quakes there were on the other maps. Very minimal amounts reported, and they don't even have some of the bigger ones in here, and I'm kind of disappointed seeing that. So like the 5.4 wasn't listed on here, and that is a sizable quake. You would think that you would see it right in here, and apparently not so. So it makes you wonder, what the heck are they doing? 4.5, 4.6. This as a 5 is what they're calling that one, rather than a 5.4. I don't know if these guys downgraded things automatically or what the problem is, but it is one of those things. In respect for yesterday's sad news regarding okay, well, that is actually today's news yet, Trevor T, and that is what we've got. 3-minute warning, thank you, Piggy. And that happened today. So anyway, that's our earthquakes though for Iceland. So we do have a lot of material happening there, and a lot of movement, tectonic movement. Sue says yes, okay. Is probably showing more. Well, they are showing, this is what we're on right now, so they are really, they're not showing the other ones when we go on to, well, in comparison to looking at what we have on USGS, definitely showing more. USGS only shows the 5.2, let's see, this guy here, 4.6, and the middle one, another 4.6. So the rest of the quakes are not there. Okay, and that is the big thing with that map. Everybody's got their own idea of what they monitor and what they show, and sometimes I kind of question that a little bit, and you know, it's unfortunate. Like, I mean, where's the twos down here? And on this map, twos definitely show up as we look in the list here. We can see 2.9, 2.8, that kind of stuff, 2.1, Puerto Rico. Why is that not on this map? We had twos down on the bottom as well, 2.9. That should be on here, and just it's not, right? So it's one of those things. Oh, okay, Trevor T, no problem. I understand being at 12:30 there. All right. Yeah, I'm still here in the same day. All right. And that is all right. Anyway, also on this map, something else that people have possibly overlooked up here in the Mayan islands as well. There were some other quakes in addition to those ones that we've seen. So there may be some stuff that is unnoticed by others, and just wanted to add those there. That is definitely giving you a pretty good indicator that we do have movement transferring up, as well as you know, just not just right here, definitely up to this point as well. Okay, and of course, going down the mid-Atlantic ridge, we do see some good-sized ones there. That's from yesterday, though, so a 3.1 and a 2.6 in the Azores. We'll look at those later, but that is kind of what we've got there. Anyway, it is break time, you guys, and I am going to throw it back over here. We will turn the canned lava back on shortly. This, of course, is from about 5:20 p.m. and Iceland time. That is what our fissure looked like, and really not sure if we're going to see any more activity from this fissure. It has been a little bit too long for my likings. I've got a sneaky hunch that we may be done, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, on those friendly notes, I am going to get that canned lava back on there. Put the date back on so people know when it was happening, and I am going to take a break. What's the strongest earthquake you ever experienced? Personally, 4.3, and that was out on Vancouver Island, and that's it. I think it's on a permanent pause. What? Pause? Pause? Permanent pause. I got piggy. That is funny. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone, and we're going to go take that break. For all those good people that are here, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do consider hitting it. As well as for those that are new, please, if you have not yet subscribed, do help us out. Hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying what you're seeing. On that note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I got to stretch my legs, and then we'll go load up those other things that Piggy had sent me, and we'll see what we can do with that. On those notes, keep smiling, play nice. Don't be running in the lava. That's really hot. It'll hurt you. I'll be back, you guys. Keep smiling. And the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. I see a few more people popped in. We got James Bong, Jojo, 1960 UK also here. Old Mummy of Hamsters made it in. Welcome and glad to have you on board. DJ Puff the Third also here. And let's see, did I miss anyone else that snuck in? I think we are okay. Kevin Haynes is here. Let's see, we got Storm Chaser already. IMC is also here, so all good. Okay, so yeah, it is one of those days, you guys, and thank you for the welcome backs from Kevin Williams and Piggy. Foxter, dude? Okay, Daddy Foxter dude, huh? All right. Sue Hayes, thank you, and a few more in there, and that is all good. So glad to have everyone here, and thanks, Paul, and all cool. Anyway, I just want to pop back to what we were talking about there earlier. Hey, Diane Craig, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. About the Queen Elizabeth II having passed away. And I just want to take a minute. Okay? Let's look at this and just think about this for a second or two. And our thoughts and our blessings go out to Queen Elizabeth II, and condolences to the families. And there we go. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, everyone, and all the best to our wonderful Queen Elizabeth II that has passed away and is now off to go spend the rest of eternity with her husband. You're welcome, Barbara. Anyway, let's try to keep going here with our show, and we'll carry on. And forever in our hearts, you guys. So that is what we've got there. Anyway, let's pop over and keep going here. We already explored all the different earthquakes that we had in Iceland, and we'll pop on over to the Azores and have a look there. Thanks, Trevor. And as soon as my computer switches, it seems to be really slow right now. There we go. We're over in the Azores. And for those who are not familiar with this, we are on the island of Sao George. And that is a fairly long, skinny little island doing its thing. So that is what we've got. And let's see, my computer is revving for some reason here. I don't know why, but it's almost like that page from Iceland is driving me crazy. Thanks, Barbara. Anyway, that's what it looks like during the daytime, you guys, so you have a better idea what it looks like, that little harbor down there, little town. And of course, across the straightaway there, you can see the island of Pico Island with those places on it. So that is one of the things that I figure you need to know when you're looking at that. But that is what it looks like there right now. We typically like to pop over and look at the cove and see how much white water we've got going on. Ooh, I see some lights across the way there. I don't know if that's a ship or something, but that is interesting. And out here as well. Haven't seen those before, but we do see a lot of white water down here. So the seas are pretty rough in that area. So if you're going boating in the Azores, make sure you have a larger vessel, and that is kind of what you want. Anyway, I made that screen a little bit bigger. Looking at the earthquakes for today, we see 3 of them, and we see a 2.2 right on St. George there, of course. 1.5. 2.2 was from 6:57 a.m. The next one was the 1.5 from 12:59, and then we also have a 1.6 from 1952. And I don't believe that is all that is in that area. Let's close that one off. We'll go to this one here and refresh this just so we have the latest. And I do see the other one there. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. One more time, and there we go. So we don't see anything down here. And of course, this is the Eurasian plate there. This is the African plate there. And then, of course, that's the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. And you've got your North American plate there. There we see those quakes that are on St. George, but we also see this one here, 2.5 from 8 hours ago, not too far away from Fayal Island, and there that gives you a better close-up view there. So that's it there, and of course the other 3 are there. And again, we're seeing the quakes now doing stuff on this side again. And of course, this is the side where most of the uplift was, and I'm wondering if we're going to see something pop in here yet. You never know. You never know. Anyway, that is it for that area. Really nothing major. 3 quakes. And they are actually showing 4 here. Well, 3, the 2.0, 10 kilometers down. 2.6, boy, somebody's got their sizes a lot different than the other ones. Bigger quakes, 9 kilometers down, and this one, of course, surface as well as the 2.5 here. That was just to the west of Fayal Island, and that's kind of what we're seeing. We really don't need to look at the little chart. We can tell it's up there and down, the 2 down there. So I will leave that guy be. And let's put this on here. New River Troll. Okay, welcome. And let's see what we've got. Okay, that, of course, is Popocatépetl in Mexico. And Popocatépetl is in the clouds again. Surprise. Worm is off the coast, walking up here for some reason. It's like I gotta shut that other one off here. Hang on. I gotta I know what's causing it. It's we have so many quakes. We're up to 1,764 now. On the other one there, and I'm actually going to close that guy off because every time it refreshes it really stalls me out because it wants to go through and count all those quakes, and that is not going to work very well. Okay, so anyway, let me get back onto the Mexican one, see if I can change that now. And it did work, but it's only going to show us gray. Darn it. Let's get back right to the beginning of the day, 11.5 hours ago. Unfortunately, not a very good picture of what we do have, and that is kind of it right there. Even if we go back a little bit further into the darkness, We do actually see the mountain a little bit. We can see that it's got snow on it in between the cloud layers. So that is kind of all we get. That's the entirety of the peak that we get to have today at our Popocatépetl. There you can see the snow on it. And the rest of the day, it's been in the fog all day long, unfortunately. Popping over and taking a look at Fuego. Fuego down in Guatemala. And Fuego right now, of course, being sunset, it looks not bad, and we kind of like that. And it is a pretty picture, yep, nice sunset. And I know it was doing a few things here earlier. Let's see if we can get to that one that I did see here. We'll advance it a little bit. And there was that first puff, and we'll see if we can, there we go. I will let it puff up during its rainy season there. You can see that rain coming down, and that is pretty awesome. Let's see, we'll turn our mouse back on so we can actually point at things, and there's your plume, and there you can see the rain coming out of the cloud, which is pretty awesome. But yep, nice looking little mushroom cloud on top of that. Hey, welcome Mocha, and glad to have you on board. Yeah, it's puffing, but also throwing down some material down the side of the hill here, so it definitely had a pretty good shot coming out of there. You can see how it rolled down, so definitely some material on the way on the loose, and that is always interesting when we see that. Pardon me. And of course that is what we seen from it earlier. There was some other shots here in between the clouds. If we go back, we see this from about 1430, and it popped back into the clouds, and it's been doing that pretty much all day long here. On occasion you see a big plume of ash going out the top of the hill there. This was from 12:26 p.m., so just after lunch, and then otherwise it was hiding in the clouds and peeking out once in a while. Here's another shot from earlier today. This one was at 9:13, and that too had thrown out a fair amount of material. And I'm actually going to back that up for a second. Let's watch this one again here. It almost looked like I seen some lightning there, but I just wanted to see if that was the case. No, I don't think I seen it this time around. It might have been just a glitch on my screen here, the way the thing reloaded, so no worries there. And that is what we got. I have to take my glasses off to see my phone, and since I can't, cataract surgery. Cadillac surgery? Holy mackerel. Piggy's got a Cadillac. I mean, cataract. Sorry. I'm teasing you, Piggy. It's all right. Anyway, that is, of course, Fuego, Guatemala, doing its thing. And if we pop over to, we're going to put that back on live since it's a nice little sunset. And there you can kind of see the donut it left behind up top there. Pretty awesome. Let's see what we've got over here at Cerro Negro, and that is calmed down a bunch. Most of that plume is now going the other direction. Earlier it was pretty much straight up again, which was not bad, but it was also clouded out completely for a while, so it didn't have any pictures at all from there. And next one is, there we go, a Messiah volcano. You can definitely see the caldera up there, and of course all this gassing material popping out. And at nighttime, if you go and look at this one, you can see the glow at night. And I was actually asked a couple of times to throw this in, so I am going to put the link for that page in there, and you guys are more than welcome to have a look at it on your own. So pretty cool, and that is kind of awesome. Let's throw it back there, or maybe on back onto Fuego for right now, and I will get myself onto our next volcano. 3-minute warning, thank you, Piggy. And of course, here is Merapi, and Merapi suffered the same fate as everything else has been as of late. It was in the clouds for a while as well. This is what I was seeing earlier, trying to monitor some of the stuff, and it is really, really difficult when you go check on things, and all you're seeing is cloud. You see it poking out a little bit, like about this. This is 7.5 hours ago, roughly. Then you think, oh yeah, it's going to clear up, but no. And this is 8.5 hours ago. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what the battles are about. I'm popping over real quick. That stream is down. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe you have to restart. Nope, Mount Ruapehu we're not going to see today. That stream is off. So we'll put this back on. One more quick peek. And here's Semeru. And Semeru, of course, is in the same book as far as I'm concerned. We did have a little bit of a plume coming out of there earlier, but of course they squished this down into the very small size there. But if you watch, there you go, there's a little bit of actual lava erupting out of the top of the mountain, and that is what we're seeing there. And that looks not too bad. Don't mind the flashing lights that you're seeing. I don't know what they're doing with that, but there's vehicles moving down the hill and going across one of those interesting crossings. But anyway, the Kraken is going to be released shortly, and I need to get off of here for that next break. And then we'll do our thing with our wonderful bacon seeds, and that'll be awesome. Why is that such low quality? That should be better. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit better there. But and again, we do see a little bit of fire up in the top of Semeru, and definitely has a snake coming out of it doing its thing. So we will leave it there. The only way to find out is to speak with a specialist. Oh no, I don't need a specialist. I just need a new brain. We're all good. I'm kidding. Don't even know what the conversation was about. I thought I'd throw that in there on that comment. Anyway, let's see what we've got. Not you, Noodle. All right, I'm going to go for a break. You guys, I'm going to put you back to some canned lava. I will put this back to live so I don't mess that up. And we will go back over and take a look at this here. Whoa, come on, switch. There we go. Back to the canned lava, so enjoy that for right now, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And on that note, I'm going to take a break, and when we come back from the break, of course, we will have bacon seeds. So be happy, keep smiling, and I'll be back. Thanks. back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And of course, the footage on screen right now is of the Siggy Fissure from August 4th when it was erupting there. And of course, this is what we call canned lava, unfortunately, because we have nothing that is throwing out big piles of lava right now. So we are looking at the canned stuff. And thank you, Sue and Kevin Williams, Paul Williams, Kevin Haynes, and also welcome Nancy Buchanan. Glad to see you. And no, you didn't miss bacon seeds. You're just in time. So, and that is awesome. Let me stop the canned lava. I like having the power to stop a volcano mid-tracks. Poof, gone. And let's get over and have a look at our bacon seeds. And I kind of forgot to change out those pictures. And again, for those people who didn't see these earlier, that was what Piggy had sent me here. And of course it says, I've done my duties, Pennington. Please take me to my husband. Is the verbiage there. And of course, that is what our wonderful Queen Elizabeth the Second has done. And thank you for everything. So that is what we had there, and let's carry on with life. And of course, this is our last bacon seed from yesterday, and of course we like that one a whole bunch, and we want to throw this beautiful one in here. And I like the smile on this little pig. Not sure about that hairdo, but the smile is fantastic. So gotta love it. And that is really, really good. And let's see, yeah, full of veggies in that big pot, and that is pretty nice. And next bacon seed are these two wonderful ones, and again, smiling and paying attention. They both have teddy bears in the background, which is really cool. I gotta love it, you guys. So that is awesome. Looks like Miss Piggy, possibly. I want the chair. Ah, you want that chair? With the piggies and the bear in it, or just the way it is? Anyway, let's carry on with our next one. The piggy pillows are awesome. Yeah, they are. Especially the ones when they wiggle their ears and move and stuff. They're really cute. And here's our next couple that are all dressed up and no place to go. A couple of dancing pigs, and they are sitting up on a couch, of course, but awesome looking as well. And gotta love it, you guys. I gotta love it. Kermie. There you go, Sasha. And let's see, next one. And yeah, a fabulous piggy. There we go. Another one that is all dressed up in what do they call that? Tutus and stuff like that. Pretty awesome. And this one looks a little bit more like I really don't want to be here kind of thing. But definitely there, and definitely enjoying its day. And let's see if we get to our next one. And this little guy is very, very tiny, and he's looking at his rubber ducky. I think he wants to go invite the rubber ducky for a bath in the bathtub. That would be pretty awesome. And I think that is cute. Okay, so let's get to our last bacon seed for today, and that is this one here. and you got to be cute to make it in here. Love the smile, and this is definitely a cutie looking out of a little basket there, and yep, a basket case. Gotta love it. There we go. That is our bacon seeds for today, you guys, and they are awesome. So thank you, Piggy, for providing those. You've done a wonderful job again. Gotta really appreciate it. And thank you for doing this every day. You are awesome. And thanks for helping out. All right, let's go to some more volcanoes and look at other things and see what we got. Did I say hi to Mocha? Welcome, Mocha. And One Fish is in the house as well. A hi, One Fish. And Sarah, Miles, we got. Let's see. I think we got everybody else that's in there. Yeah, I know your street cred. It's going to be gone. I'm sorry, Piggy. Just have to call it the way it is. And that's the way I am. Anyway, that is pretty wild. Let's see if we can get a little better quality of picture there. For some reason, my computer is changing everything again. I'm back down to a lower quality rates for some reason, but don't know why. Other than it wants an update, and that is always the tough part. So looking at what we've got, it is still fuming, off-gassing. We see earlier in the day, oh, hang on, I didn't quite time that right. Back a little bit more. And there, okay. So that at 6:52 a.m. We seen this popping out. That's their local time in Japan, by the way. And more, wow, yep, it is definitely billowing out like crazy. And that is kind of what we're seeing. I'm just going to pause that one there. 6:52. Let's go to the close-up cam here and see if we can find 6:52 real quick. And that one was out of focus for a while, so I hope they got it into focus at 6:52, and I don't believe they did. And yeah, so that one's not going to work. Unfortunately, it is in high def, but the focus was off on that camera. So that is what we were seeing, and of course we'll let that run and show you what it looks like. So you notice that one is really, really dark. A lot of material in there coming up with it. So we've got some lava as well as ash and everything else that is in there. A big, heavy eruption at that time. Looks pretty darn awesome. Now, if we go, actually, I don't know if I want to let that run, but it kept on doing that for a little while, and that one dissipated after a little bit. It really did go away there. Prior to that, we had a few little puffs here and there, but nothing too wild or friendly or unfriendly. Let's see if we can get this one here. Somewhere, where does that start? I was looking for, there was a point in time where you could see a little bit of a glow, and that might be it down there. If you look at the base, this of course 2:55 a.m., 3 in the morning type of thing, you can see a little bit of glow, so you know there's some lava down there, just not coming out. And that caldera is pretty deep. So that is what it looked like there earlier. That's about 1 a.m. and that is just about midnight. There you go, back to midnight. We do see some stars out and stuff like that, but that is kind of what they've got there at Sakurajima today. And like I say, we don't see a heck of a lot of stuff coming out. Okay, they are saying this is 1080p, but that doesn't look like 1080p to me. This does. A little bit better. Our ice cream boat unfortunately left already, so we'll have to check back. We don't see any parked over here. Darn it. So we'll see what we can do to catch one of those in a little bit. And let's carry on, pop over to ASO, and probably have to upgrade that too and see if that gets better. No, really not. But there's the caldera up top here, and you can see it continuing to produce a lot of steam. Of course, it acts like a little bit of a funnel. All the rain that drops in here all seems to go down to the bottom of the caldera. That then ends up being steamed out eventually, and that is what we've got right there. So pretty cool. And let's go, since we're in Japan, let's go down to Suwanoshi-jima, and this is down in the southern islands of Japan. Right now it looks like they've got a little bit of a storm coming in there, but we did have kind of a, where was that? Kind of a neat looking plume coming out earlier that you could really see was fairly well defined. Just trying to get to the right spot here. I think somewhere around here. They got bugs. Anyway, you can see it's coming out fairly well and blowing off in the other direction. And if we go back a little bit further, you can see a little bit of a glow there. I don't know if that's actually from what we've got, but and then here, about 6 hours ago or so, you can see a lenticular cloud kind of developed over top of it because of that heat, but that blew off shortly thereafter, and that did show an eruption. Let's see if I can get to it here. And it's always a little bit tricky trying to get the right time slot. And there you can start to see the darker gray material coming out. Of course, the moonlight certainly does help a little bit, and that is what we're seeing there. A lot more gray material popping up and out, and we can see what it is doing. And that is unfortunately too far away to really define what's going on there, and it is at night. So this is 2:39 in the morning is when this started popping again. So pretty interesting, and we like it. Oh, hang on, we've got another one here that I think we do need to look at, and let's see if we can expedite this a little bit as well. Oh, there it is. Okay, you can see that bigger plume coming out of there. Definitely notable, and this is actually a little bit better, showing at 1:49 in the morning. Sorry, not Iceland, Japan time. So if it wasn't for the moonlight, we would not be able to see this. But that is pretty awesome, and we like that. So showing a lot of dark, dingy gray material, very similar to what we've seen over at Sakurajima, and that's kind of what we've got for today. Even more, yep, Sarah, yep, this, it keeps going. These things just don't stop. It's, you know, one after another, and just throwing out that material. And a lot of times the big problem we have is we can't see it because it's in the clouds. And being able to see that, though, you can really get it through, you know, your head kind of thing, looking at it saying, hey, there it is. Even more snakes, yep, snaking up into the sky. And that is kind of what we had. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that one. I want to see if Ta'al is working, and Ta'al may require an update here. Let me get to it and see. And of course, they're going to run commercials first. I will take care of those and see what to all looks like if I can get it running. It says 2 people watching the stream, but I'm not getting any picture, and I'm not sure what the heck is going on. So let's try reloading that one more time. And do we see anything? Nope. So to all is not working. To all is very, very short today. And of course, this is what I'm seeing. Okay. Let's move over to the next one. And this, of course, is our Yellowstone National Park. And they too had some problems today. And I thought it was kind of funny. They ended up resetting their camera. I don't know if they lost power or something, but they had their camera when it came back and was reset. It was looking up at the top of the roof, and you could see all kinds of hail or snow or something sitting on top of the roof. Unfortunately, I didn't think about snapping a picture. I was just happy I got the screen back, and I had to get it realigned again. But of course, Yellowstone National Park, for those people who are interested, has over 500 active geysers, and we are looking at, I'd say, probably at least a half a dozen of them in our view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a little bit more, but just in this one shot, so you can see quite a few of the geysers blowing out some of that material. And that is what we've got there. Looks pretty awesome. Let's pop over to Hawaii real quick, and there we go. This is Hawaii in the caldera of Kilauea, and Kilauea, of course, continuing to erupt, as we can see, and the nice neon color here is because this picture was from 1:26 a.m. You see some of the brighter spots. These are points where we have gases bubbling up as the lava is draining out, and that is what's happening, and that's what causes that. It breaks up the little bit of a crust that has built up on it, and then it looks a lot brighter in that shot. The feed point is down here at this end. Of course, there's a lava tube that feeds it in here. You can't see it, but there is a little bit of a vent right here that allows some of the off-gassing before that flows in, and that's pretty cool, and very hard to be able to see what we refer to as the tow area. But let's get it to a current picture, and this is what it looks like right now. This is the first time we've seen the level down about a meter in a long time. So level has dropped a little bit, and also in the tow area, very noticeable that it is down a bunch. We do still see our points where it is draining out, and hopefully it will refill and get its level back up. Thank you for the 5-minute warning, Piggy. And this, of course, from this morning as well, 1:26 a.m. Primary vent is right here. Lots of smoke in the area, so we can't see a heck of a lot, but we are not seeing any new fresh lava pods or openings around the perimeter, which is something we always like to look for. And let's refresh that one. This is what it looks like at present. There you can see the primary vent and a lot of smoke, so there's no way we can see what's going on in there. We do see some smoke off on the edges here, not that much though, and we can kind of tell there really isn't anything new happening there right now at the moment. Let's go have a look from the other side, and there's your primary vent, a little lava pond, and there's your little tow area right there. We do see a few spots that are hot out in the other portions of the caldera, but nothing really major. Primary stuff, of course, being in the lava pond. Getting that to current picture. There we go. We see a lot of smoke in the area still. A primary vent there, a lava pond, tow area, Pig Island as they called it, and then of course you can see that that whole area is kind of raised up, and this drops down a bit here, and this is a lower portion, and that is kind of the way it is all the way around the perimeter, and the perimeter is being a lot lower than the island that has built up. Pig Island is now part of the newer, bigger island that it has formed. This, of course, is the thermal image, 1:28 a.m. And what we see down on the bottom here is some of the residual stuff that is still cooling off from a few days ago. You notice the lighter colors on the outside edge, and that is definitely from fresher lava that had poured in. Let's put that one up to date as well, and there is what it looks like currently. And again, I want to kind of push that around. There we go. You can kind of see all the way around the edge there, a little bit lighter. So this material in the middle here, that's kind of raised up, and literally a floating island of cooled lava on top of some hot lava. So that is what we've got there. Popping over really quickly to the earthquake map, and we see right off the bat that we're in some strange foreign country. Oh, hang on, that was Iceland. Anyway, a quick peek here. We don't see too many earthquakes out in the water today. We'll do this really quick. Only got 2 minutes here. Pahala area, typically, but there's actually a lot more quakes over here right now, less right here. Typically anywhere from about 29 to 35, 36 kilometers down, and that is what we've got. You are 7 minutes and 99 seconds late, Irish monk. Let me write that down. Irish monk. And welcome, Irish monk. Glad to have you on board. $7.99. Awesome super chat. I appreciate that. You're a kind soul, and glad that you came in. Anyway, 1.8. This one is from yesterday, 22:15. This one 2.3. Yesterday, 2019. This guy 2.2 from today, 16:26. 1.9 from yesterday at 21:34. We see this one 2.3 today at 10:35, and then we have this newer one 2.4 from 18:07, and running through these real quick here, 2.4 from 14:14, and then we have a 1.9 from 15:51. 1.9 from yesterday, 23:48. 2.2 from today, 7:27. This is a 2.2 from 6:52 a.m. Going up here a little more. 2.3, 7:15 a.m. This one's a little bigger. 4.2, 6:04 a.m. on that guy. Then we have one underneath the red one here, 2.0, 7:22 a.m. The brand new one, 2.2 from 18:16, and we have another 2.2 from 6:21. We have this guy here, 1.8, 5:21. This guy is 2.1 from 9:37, 1.8 from 12:04. Then we have 2.1 from 7:11, and 2.1 from 6:14. We have 1.9 from 7:15, 2.0 from 6:19, and this guy here 2.1, and that is from 2:08 in the morning. The only other one that I see is right there, 1.7, 6:10 a.m. Or sorry, 16:10 is the time on it, not 6:10. 16:10, so 4:10 in the afternoon Hawaii time. We don't see any other ones up here on Mauna Loa, nothing on Mauna Kea, and nothing here in the caldera of Kilauea. So that is it for today on those guys, and it is time for a break. So I am going to do that. That darn poppet is coming out again. Before I get clawed, I'm going to put the pardon me, canned lava back on there, and keep smiling, you guys, and hopefully you have hit that like button. Let's see if we can get it over that 100 mark. I see we're at 91 likes, so if there's a few of you that haven't hit that like button, help us out, and let's see what we can do to raise the stakes a little bit on the YouTube analytics. That would be awesome. Also, if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet and you're liking the show, by all means hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. On that friendly note, I'm going to go take another break, you guys. And how are Dr. Fox's rabbits doing? Dr. Fox is going on a break, so he'll tell you later. On that note, I will be back. Thanks. There we go. Welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX, a live stream. Thank you for the welcome backs from Piggy and hey, Brian, Rock Rail Fan is here. Welcome, and thanks, Sue, and a few of the others there. Missed whoever else is saying welcome back, but all cool. And Daryl R made it in, as well as Leo Carlson. Good to see you guys, and glad to have you on board. And anyway, we were looking at oh, Sharon Stewart says I hear you, Dr. Fox 2000. Thanks, Sharon. And Kevin Haynes says welcome back as well. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we were looking at earthquakes around the world, and somebody brought up that there was stuff in the news this morning, people worried about Mount Rainier erupting. Well, we're not seeing any seismic activity at Mount Rainier, nothing new. There it is right there, and when we zoom in a little bit, we see that it's pretty much the old ones within the last 2 weeks. Nothing in the last 2 days, and nothing in the last 2 hours. So I don't believe that Mount Rainier is going to pop anytime soon. I think it might have been a little bit of a scare or a burp or something, but really I'm not seeing a heck of a lot there, you guys. And again, that is the Pacific and Northwest. We do see some other earthquakes here. 3.7, that was in the area from today, 8:08 a.m. And that was a little bit kind of across from Seattle, if you want to call it that. There's Seattle here, and this is over on one of the island areas here. I don't think that's even an island. That is still a portion of the mainland. So looks pretty cool. Thanks for the show. You're welcome, Kevin Haynes, and thank you for that wonderful $2 super chat. Just gonna write that down, Kevin Haynes, and there we go, and that's awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate the super chat and support. Anyway, that's kind of what we're seeing there. We do see some ones that were in the last couple of days here, but nothing really outrageous, and that is kind of what we've got there. Just to add a couple of notes, one of the things that a lot of people are not aware of, a majority of what Seattle is built on is it's really a gravel bed. All the stuff that came off of the mountains and washed down here, it's really not in a good place, and there's a bunch of fissures in here that you really don't want to be living in this area unless you're ready for it. So that is important to kind of keep in mind. Anyway, that is the map here. Not sure if I've got that one in there. I'm going to drop the link if you want to grab that. There you go. That is the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network, as they call it, and you guys can have a look at that if you need to. Anyway, let's get back at earthquakes around the world. We were in Hawaii there. Let's get out, and of course the big thing is the earthquakes that we had, the literally thousands of earthquakes that we are still getting in Iceland, and that is pretty evident. I turned that off for right now, but we'll leave that be just to make you aware of it. Earthquake 3 is the shortcut that you want to use if you want to bring that up. But let's take a look at the Ring of Fire first. Lots of new stuff here. Also over here in Peru, 5.4 from 1559, and that is 49 kilometers down. Then we get over here to our Australian and New Zealand area, Kermadec Ridge, Kermadec Islands, 4.7. We see another one here, Fiji Islands is what they're calling this one. That's a little further away, but 5.4. and that was from 9:05 a.m. 495 kilometers down. Another 4.5 in Tonga, and that is 543 kilometers down from 1906. 4.7 Fiji region, they call it, 6:09 a.m., 580 kilometers down. 4.6 580 kilometers down as well. Yesterday's 1948, and then this guy here also Tonga from 1:15 a.m. Showing 10 kilometers down, and that's what we've got. Then a couple more here in Vanuatu as 4.6, 123 clicks down from today at 16:13, and this one 4.6 from yesterday at 19:19, 145 kilometers down. Looking pretty clear in most of those spots. Luolatak didn't get an earthquake today there. We do have this 4.9 off the coast of Java to the south, of course. 4.9 from 1:01 a.m., 10 kilometers down, and then a couple more here. 4.9 Indonesia, 56.9 kilometers down from 11:52, and 5.1, which is at 1:58 a.m. in that area. So kind of gives you a little bit more of an idea. It's shaken, but not anything too big. 4.6 at 15:37, 10 kilometers down right there, and moving up a little bit towards, well, in the Philippines. 4.7 and 23.6 kilometers down for this guy. Then happened at 2:54 a.m. Sliding up a little bit closer to Japan. Isu Islands, 4.1, 3:51 a.m., 406 kilometers down. And then we see this one, Kuril Islands, happened at 16:15, 69.2 kilometers down. And the rest are pretty much not anything major. We did have that, yeah, we looked at that 5.1, and looking here I'm not sure, that's India, yeah, 4.4, and that was from yesterday, 1950, and this guy is from today at 2:20 a.m., 4.4 in Tajikistan, and that's what we've got there. Then we see this one here in Greece, 5.5. Luckily, that is on the other side. Piggy is over here, so and that's quite a distance away. She wouldn't have felt that one at all. And that's kind of it, other than what we see in Iceland, and we know there is just a tremendous amount of quakes there. Quick pop over here into the Canary Islands, and we'll have a look there. I'm going to refresh that one just so we have the latest and greatest there, and there we go. We see that star moved a bit, and that is a 2.1 that happened at 23:26 UTC, and that's kind of where it is between Gran Canaria and Tenerife. And of course, zooming into La Palma, there we do see a few, but it's nothing too major. So let's see, we'll start here. Okay, 17 kilometers down, 3:45 a.m. for a 1.2, that's in the water. This 1.6 right on the edge. I'm not sure if that's in the water. 13 kilometers down, 4:18 a.m. 4:19, you had one a little bit on the land, not too far away from that one. 13 kilometers down as well. And 4:21 a.m., 0.8, 11 kilometers down. And then we have this guy further up on the hill, and that is 9 kilometers down, 4:21 a.m., 0.7. And the last one right on the beachfront, I guess, and that is 1.2, 9 kilometers down from 21:17. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on there. I want to zoom out a little bit and see if we have more over here in this area. This one, of course, was from a couple days ago. No, we are not seeing more quakes here. I figured we'd see a few more because of the fact that Iceland had so many, And if the Eurasian plate moved, it would have had a couple more quakes here, but I don't think that happened. So it may be the North American plate that is doing the movement. And quick peek. Oh, I wanted to refresh this anyway. I was looking at Iceland, of course. I don't know why I would look at that, right? But I was. Let's see if we zoom in and get it in the right place. And of course, on this map, they do list some of those bigger ones. And it shows, 16 minutes ago, another 4.4 or 4.0. 15 minutes ago, 4.0. 6 hours ago, 4.0, 4.9, 16 hours ago, and 4.4, 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, according to this particular map. And that is what we've got. Also, 55 minutes ago, and this one here, that is 4.4, kind of, let's see, where is that actually at? Just west of Astra, and kind of makes you wonder. I think these times might be off a little bit on this. We did refresh it, so they should be accurate, but they're not. I see here they're still showing the Reykjanes Fragrant Fjall as a yellow, and we seen that the other map had changed it to green already. So zipping out a little bit, looking at what else we've got. Really nothing major or new showing up, and that is Michael Volcano down there still doing its thing. A ring of fire going all the way around the Pacific Rim, and we already looked at a lot of those earthquakes there. Zooming in here, we do see Lulolatok still as a red. Ra'u is still an orange. Semaru definitely still active red. Merapi and Krakatau and doing their things. Nothing too major there. Ibu and Dukono right beside it, still working away. And it looks like we have Can Leon back on the map here. Mayon still here, and not sure what happened to Bulusan here, but it's being quiet. And Ta'al, of course, is getting its name back out there. It's continuing to do its thing. Subanosijima right there, of course, and there is Sakurajima, and they are still working away and sliding up here a little bit more. Karimsky is back to orange, and Bezimiani being an orange, Chevrolet still red and active. Ibiko active as well. Chikoretsky is not doing as much business. Zooming back out, that is kind of what we've got there. Piton, not seeing anything happening there. Still yellow. Mayot still yellow as well, and same with this one. And these guys, pretty normal. DR Congo and Urta Ale here are still doing their thing. Pardon me. Etna, Volcano, Stromboli still working away. There's that other quake that we seen, the 5.4. Piggy again is over here, so she did not feel that one. And zooming back out just a little, and there, that brings us back to our Atlantic Ocean, and that's what we've got. Popping over real quick to our weather maps, and let's see what we can find there for wonderful weather. And let's actually go to the SO2 map first, and we'll work our way through that real quick. And there we go. North America looking pretty normal. We see the stuff off the Kamchatka Peninsula kind of getting messed up a little bit with the highs and lows up there as well. Looking at down here, we know K, the storm is still off the coast of the Baja here, and that is drawing in some of that SO2, and that is coming off of Mexico City and Popocatépetl, and kind of making a mess here. We don't know what's going to go on there in Central America. Not sure the directions. We see some of this flowing back as well into the other storm that is out here, and that is kind of weird, but I don't know. It's going to cause some problems, those storms. Looking at what we've got, big current coming across the top of the Amazon, and it is leaving via the southern area here, going back into the Atlantic Ocean. Of course, we are seeing Brazil has got some of it, Bolivia and Paraguay, as well as Uruguay and the bottom end of Brazil and Argentina, definitely being affected by that to a degree. Sliding over and taking a look at what's going on here. And I was reading some stuff that White Isle volcano is getting more active again. So that is something to watch out for. We do see it is continuing to throw out some SO2. And looking at what we've got going on here, the refineries near Melbourne are not doing too bad. The coking plants above Sydney there are not so bad either. Not sure where that's coming from. And getting out here, Tofua is continuing to work its magic with throwing some SO2 out. And then Vanuatu, Yasur and his buddies there are continuing to do their thing. Same thing with here in Papua New Guinea. Luolatok continuing to throw out a lot of material. Semaru and Raung doing their thing, as well as Merapi, which is in the middle, and of course Krakatau being on this end. So Krakatau and Jakarta are working together to make that air nice and red. And going up a little bit more, this is from Ibu and Dukono, and that is getting a bigger plume there from what we're seeing. Not so much coming off of Mayon and over here in Taal. Taal volcano being relatively quiet. And let's see, we are looking at Taiwan, pretty normal. And there we have, this is the location for Subanosi-jima, so that is what is happening there. And this one, of course, is for Sakurajima, and we know that it was erupting again and again. So that's what we've seen there. Sliding up, we don't see a heck of a lot coming off of the Kamchatka Peninsula. Things are going weird here on me. All right, there we go. We see this, and there must be that low in here causing it to flow upward, or maybe it's up here. I don't know. Anyway, it's causing the plume to head northward. Lots of stuff in China, SO2 wise, and still very dirty down in South Africa. And sliding up, we are looking at a volcano and coking plants here in the DR Congo. Hard to tell where Erta is, but it's in here somewhere. All that pollution from Saudi Arabia and other places like Kuwait and so on, creating a real problem to be able to see anything in that area. Looking over here in Sicily and the boot of Italy, of course, we see Etna is right about here, and Stromboli right about there, Volcano here, and they are producing a combined effort. So this would be from Stromboli probably, and then this would be a mix from a Volcano, very little, but also mostly from Etna. Sliding up, we see most of Europe is fairly clear. We do see a big system sitting just about right in England there. And looking at Iceland, Very little. I don't know if that's just residual sitting there, but we're not seeing a heck of a lot there at all. So SO2 looks pretty good. Getting over to temperatures, let's see what we've got here. I'm going to refresh that guy. Pardon me. Anyway, looking at what we've got, North America, a lot cooler than what we've had it in the last little while, especially here in Canada. We don't see the 20s or 30s across the Canadian border so much until we get to a couple of spots there, and that is kind of what we see a little bit in northern Ontario, still warm, but most of everything else here is going to cool off. Out in the eastern side, we see Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, and those areas are doing pretty good actually, considering. And then as soon as we get into Newfoundland, a lot colder, and we don't like that. There it is, Earl, and this is the new friend here, the 95L, and of course you see a K over here. California is still looking very, very hot, and that is incredible. So looking at some of those places, when we go into Death Valley, 46, 47 degrees again, and that is kind of what we've got. It says 44. Thanks, Sue Hayes, and that is awesome. And looking at Vegas, 38, 39 degrees. Phoenix, same kind of temperatures. And that is, I don't know if that's going to change much with K moving some of that air for them. We'll see what happens in the future. Looking at the central states, getting up quite a ways here, but as soon as we see up here in the top half of Wyoming, Montana is cold, and then we see North Dakota fairly cold, South Dakota still seeing some warmer temperatures down there, and a big low sitting there, and that's helping drive some of that warmer air back up north, but not anywhere near as hot in the Midwest, and fairly comfortable temperatures right now in most of the eastern half of the United States, and that goes all the way up into Maine. So for September, that's about the right amount of weather. Looking at Florida, very cool today, so not so warm for those good folks. 28 degrees in Cancun, that is pretty normal. Looking at the higher elevations, you can see that we have the cold air is up top for sure. So looking at South America, some spots looks like Paraguay here is about the hottest area right now, and not seeing too much else there. It's nasty. And the cutoff line here just about Buenos Aires, so actually a little bit warmer in Uruguay, but that is where the cutoff line is kind of on an angle today. A little bit warmer in Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, and then that is always nice. This high is throwing some warmer temps in there from the looks of it. This low hopefully will dissipate. Looking at all these other lows down here and a high in the middle, I'm not sure I like that, but it is what it is. We do see this high sitting out here helping bring warm air into the northern part, but this high here is, I don't know what it's doing. It's looks like they've got another low or something, maybe another high sitting right here from looking at these and the circulation, so that's has to be another high sitting there. Tasmania, wow, they are warm today compared to what they've been having, so beautiful day in comparison to what it normally is. We do see that low sitting there, that's not friendly, and looking at Melbourne, we got about 15, 16, 17 degrees depending on where we put our mouse. And I see Leo brought that up, 17C in Melbourne. That's pretty close. Perth coming in at 14, Adelaide about 13, 14 as well. And sliding up here, seeing in Sydney 15, 16 degrees, and getting up to Brisbane, we got 18, 17, 18 degrees there. So, and 17 on according to the weather guessers. And then the northern portions back up into the high 20s and 30s, and that is pretty much normal, and that is pretty good. Looking at our replacement storm right there in the Sea of Philippines, Philippine Sea, whatever you want to call it, 28 degrees C right there, but it's Muifa. I don't know how they pronounce that. Mufa, yeah, Muifa, something like that. Anyway, that storm, hopefully that is not going to turn into a super, what do they call them over there? A cyclone, super cyclone. A little cooler in Bangkok today, 26 degrees. Thanks, Sue. And we see that 93% relative humidity, likely raining there. Sliding up the coast a little bit, we see Japan still holding some reasonable temperatures. And then we see this low here, which is in fact causing a problem by pulling a lot of that cold air down. We see a shear line here with that high and then this high. They're battling each other, trying to, one's trying to keep warm, the other one is causing cold in there. And of course that is what's going on. So we see another high there. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in the future. Kamchatka Peninsula, a couple of warm spots, but not that great. Another storm coming, hitting India, and we see some more down here. A little bit warmer down in the southern end of Africa, which is probably good for them. Madagascar still holding some reasonable temperature as well. Getting back into our African area here, Sahara Desert, still doing its thing. Looks like it is cooling off a bunch though. Looking at Saudi Arabia, Iraq, very hot there still, and then Iran along the coast. I ran along the coast. No, I didn't run along the coast. Iran, the country, has a coastline that's fairly hot. Anyway, zooming in here and taking a look at Piggy's area. And Piggy, again, still holding in at 24, 25, 26 degrees on the island of Kos, whereas most of the other places have cooled off a little bit. So that is what we see. And that is at 4:08 a.m., 22 degrees there for Piggy. And that is a little bit cooler. At least it's not 30, that type of temperature. Anyway, looking here, we have our Sicilian area, and they've got some very hot temperatures yet around the area, but not looking too bad. Same thing with Italy. Higher elevations again have cooled off a bunch, but also not seeing those very, very high temps in there. Top end here has cooled down a bunch as well. And of course, you get into the Alps, they get very cold up there. Looking at Spain, still holding quite a bit of heat for nighttime. Same thing with Portugal, unless you're up in the top areas here. Then a little bit warmer at the bottom end of France, but cool for the most part in France now. Sliding up a little bit more, looking at Germany, and they are pretty much on normal temperatures, actually a little bit cooler than normal. From what I understand, the heat is going to come back in a couple of days for them according to their weather, but pretty normal for the most part. Poland is got kind of half warm, half cold. some of that colder stuff here coming in there, and I guess something is really pulling all that air out, and it's that a big low that's sitting in here. Is that a low that's doing that? Let's see. Yeah, I guess it's that low causing that circulation and drawing in the warmer air for right now. Looking at Norway, Sweden, Finland area, very cool up top here. 2, 3, 4 degrees. Some of those temperatures a little bit on the chilly side as far as I'm concerned. Looking at England, we see Scotland as 14, 15 degrees. Glasgow coming in at 14, and there's a low sitting right there in England, and fairly nice temperatures for a nighttime, not bad for them. Of course, Irish Monk land over here doing not bad. It is showing 13, 14, 15 depending on where you are. So Ireland looking pretty good as well. Iceland, I'm surprised it's 12 degrees out on the Reykjanes Peninsula, 10, 11, 12 depending on where you are. Not looking too bad for this time of year for Iceland. So that's what we've got there. Let's switch over to precipitation really quickly. There we go. We see that low, and of course it's drawing in some of that warmer air, converting that energy to moisture, and we do see a little bit of rain here and there, but nothing serious for Iceland. Looking at North America, top end of Canada here, big huge low there, and none of it. And of course here in Hudson's Bay as well, still seeing some storming activity here in Alberta. Hopefully it's not going to get us too bad. Alaska, definitely getting some storms, and they are hopefully not going to be too bad. This high is sitting here, hopefully going to keep us a little bit warmer for a little longer. Midwest, not seeing too many storms out there. Zooming in a little bit, we see some small stuff, really not anything major as far as rain happening there. Most of it is up here in, I guess it'd be Wyoming, Montana, and North Dakota, and then going up into Ontario from the looks of it, and not so bad. Colorado a little bit, very little in New Mexico. Some storms off the coast here in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and getting into Alabama. You see a little bit more, as well as Georgia in the top and the southern portion. And here's why we've got the colder temperatures in Florida, because we do have a reasonable sized system in there sliding up the coast. We don't see too much in the eastern side of the U.S. A little bit here in the St. Lawrence Seaway, but nothing outrageous. Same thing with Halifax area and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we got there, sliding down a bit more. Northern, Central America, yeah, storm. And there we have northern Amazon, not too bad. Buenos Aires getting some rain from this low helping it. So that's what we've got there. Sliding over to our New Zealand, a little bit of rain here and there. That high sitting there causing all kinds of different circulations, and of course if that high is there, this has got to be a high in here as well, from the looks of the design of that circulation. Ooh, looking at what's sitting here, that is not nice, off of the eastern side of Australia, going all the way down to Tasmania. So Leo's got good weather right now, but I don't know if this is going to slide in here, or if he's going to get some of that I'm sure he wouldn't mind some rain, and we are definitely seeing Sydney is not that great. The same thing with Brisbane. Hope Oz is doing all right. And of course, Perth over here getting a hit and miss. Let's slide up a little bit more. We see these storms, Indonesia and Malaysia, and those areas, lots of stuff. And there's this new storm they've got there. And then, of course, seeing Japan has got some bad weather as well. A little bit in the Kamchatka Peninsula, and looking up into Russia here. Quite a bit of rain falling, snow up in the northern portions of Russia, sliding back down. We do see India is getting more storms as well. Central Africa getting nailed with some stuff, and then looking in Piggy's area, and Piggy is saying, please say there's rain coming. And then I'm going to say, sorry, Piggy, I don't have any rain coming. Sorry, but you don't have any for a while. And looking here at our wonderful Sicily, we don't see too much. Boot of Italy, not that bad. But going up past Rome, we do see some thunderstorms, and just north of Naples as well. So also some storms going in here, and into Hungary, Budapest, all those areas going up, and that is going into Russia and Poland for the most part. Not so much in Spain. France has got a few cloudy areas, and looking at Germany, not bad. Maybe the western portion. Yvonne Kunkel's house is getting some rain. She's been wanting rain for her lawn. It's burnt, she said. And we do see some rain here in Holland, and possibly some edges of our wonderful hang on, I'll think of it. Anyway, I was going to say, I was so fixated on Luxembourg here. I was going to say, hey, if you Lux, you're not going to get any rain for a little while. But Belgium here has a little bit, and that is the name I was looking for. I knew it was in my head, just a matter of time before it came out. Central portions of England, not bad, but down here towards London, and now in, I guess, what do they call this? The water in between the two continents here. It'll come to me. Anyway, looking up here, looks like we are getting hit pretty bad in, yeah, the channel. What do they call the channel? There's a name for it. And I can't remember it. The English Channel, yeah, English. What if we flip it one channel over, and then we go to the French channel? Oh, never mind. Old TV joke. Anyway, Denmark getting nailed with some storms there, and that is a part of that low that is sitting in England, and in the English Channel. That's it, and that's what we got. Eastern portions of Ireland also are getting nailed, as well as up in Scotland has got some of it. So that is pretty much it for our weather. Let's go take a look at our coldest temperature on the planet. We'll get down here into the cold land, and we'll start searching. I just seen a minus 75. I thought, holy mackerel, that was quick. Whoa, minus 76, and we'll see if I'm dead on here. So minus 76 right there, and that is pretty cold. And Sue found a minus 81. I haven't searched enough then. Yeah. Oh, she's probably zoomed in. I found a minus 77. And I bet you it's right around here somewhere. Minus 78 I seen. And minus 79 right in there. All right, Sue, you win. I only got minus 79 degrees Celsius, and that is plenty cold for me. And you found a minus 81. That is awesome. And I don't know where you found it, but probably very close to here. If you zoom in a little bit more, you probably see it. So, but my minus 79, like I said, you're not going to tell me the difference between minus 79 and minus 81. So that is kind of what it is. And that's it for today, you guys. And really, I do appreciate everyone being here. Here's our storms again. Earl and Kay and Muifa. Muifa? Muifa. Mufa. I don't know how they pronounce it. But anyway, that's what we're seeing there. And 95L, we'll keep an eye on it, see what happens in the future with that one. On those friendly notes, I did want to pop back one more time to the harmonic tremor chart and just refresh that. I'm curious to see what it's doing. And, okay, well, I'm not sure what it's doing. Looking like it was going up, maybe going sideways now. Yep, we'll keep an eye on it, and we will see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is pretty much it for today. I thank you all for being here, and glad that you stopped in. A big thank you to all of our lavaliers, and of course all of the viewers. Big special thanks to Lisa P. Frampton for her super chat, Scott Hartman for his, Irish Monk for his, and Kevin Haynes also for his super chat. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it, and that is awesome. You guys are very kind. Also, all the members in here, of course, everyone in green, thank you for the support of the channel. I do appreciate that. You guys are awesome, and I love having everyone in here. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to the moderators, Piggy, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas, if he's in the background, Gary, 24/7 Live, AZ Skies, and Joseph Fields Official. Thanks everyone for being here, and thank you all for being in. So thanks Sue and Sharon and Grandma B, Daryl, Diane, and DJ and Sasha, all of you, and there's so many names I can't list them all, but thank you everyone for being here. I really do appreciate it. All the best to all of you, and thanks for helping get those likes over that 100 mark. Good night everyone, take care, be good, and please, most of all, really remember, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday already. Wow, time flies. And take care, and aloha, Kathy, and let's see, be well, and all cool. All right, take care, everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Oink, oink. Good night.